Can you hear each one of us?
We're on. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a very special episode of the Brought to Light Masonic Podcast and the Masonic Lite Podcast, hosted here at Christmas Eve in Australia and who knows what date in the US. And we've got a very 23rd. We've got a very special episode today, which is going to bring together 7 people who know absolutely nothing about anything to have a bit of fun and banter, to talk about what's happening in Freemasonry. So, guys, my name is Jack. I'm the host of the Brought to Light Masonic Podcast. Let's throw it over to the guys in Lancaster. Welcome, guys.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
So I'm Pete. I'm here with Larry, who survived his operation.
Yay.
Over here is Jason.
Hello.
And here's American Jason. Jack.
This guy.
Hey. So tell me, so you guys, what time is it for you guys?
It's time to start drinking.
It is, it's 7:03.
7:03 Eastern Standard Time.
PM.
There you go. So over here it's 10:03 or 11:03 a.m. So it's nice and early in the morning.
The time, Jack. I'm Australian, Jack.
Perfect time for a beer. So today, what we're going to do is we've got a few new people. So we're going to introduce a few people. Let's start with David Illingworth, who's quite familiar to our Australian listeners. David, you want to introduce yourself to our listeners?
Hello, listeners. It's good to be back. Today I am filling in for good old Saint Nick, who unfortunately is a bit busy this evening. So he asked me to come along and make sure that Jack, see if Jack can get back on the nice list. At the moment, he's very naughty.
Don't think that's possible.
St. David.
St. David.
Well, thank you for that, David. Let's jump across to Steve on my right. Steve?
Well, Australian, Jack, if you move over to the left a bit, I'll be able to get it in straight. So I know your head's big, but mine's bigger, so there you go. Yes, I'm brother Steve Austin. That's right, American viewers. Steve Austin. Like the
$6 million podcast.
Wow.
Stone cold for those younger viewers.
Yeah.
And it's 11 o'clock here, and there's an old Australian saying. It's from Carlton United Brewery, so it used to be an ad, and it says, "I always have one at 11." And the rest of the saying is, I always have one at 11, because if I don't have one at 11, I'll have 11 at 1.
Yep, that sounds about right.
I've got a little bit of, I've tried to go a little bit of American. I've got Miller's, so just for you guys, Miller's chilled. So it's currently 30 degrees here this morning, and temperatures climbing to 34 today, 36 tomorrow, and 36 on Boxing Day. So
to translate that to Fahrenheit, it just means bloody hot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Centigrade. So
Round into the nearest bloody.
Just bloody.
It's bloody degrees here, and we're freezing our balls off.
That's right. You're freezing yours off, and want to boiled hard eggs in my jocks.
There you go. Thank you for that, Steve.
Well, we've got a great show going on so far. We've had a weather report. Now we need some current affair news.
News will come in later.
Talking about the news, let's go across to my new friend Jack Harley. Jack, welcome to the Masonic Lite / Brought to Light podcast. Give us an introduction to who you are and what you're drinking.
I just can't even describe how honored I am to be here for this fabulous event. Yeah, shut up, Larry. So I'm Jack Harley. I'm the resident serious person who comes in every once in a while and speaks of things Masonic and bores everybody to death. So I am drinking some kind of like rum concoction. Ron Zacapa.
Rum means rum.
Rum is rum, and rum is good, and it's really tasty. So we put that there for you, right next to Brother Doers.
Thank you very much for that, Jack. Let's go across to my second favorite American, which is Jason Lewis. Go ahead, Jason.
Second favorite American.
You're number 2.
Oh, man.
You've always said you were number 2.
I'm Jason, co-host of Masonic Lite, and I'm drinking the same rum. And we also have cake in a jar, booze cake in a jar.
Booze cake, baby.
So we might eat some red velvet rum later, and then we also have
Chocolate amaretto. And caramel apple.
Yeah. So we brought our cake.
And eat it too.
Cheers.
You guys look like you like cake. That's good. That's great.
Is that a fat joke?
Yeah, what is that supposed to mean?
What are you saying, Jack? Wait, come on.
Where's my cake? We didn't bring our cake, but let's go across to Pete. Pete, tell us about your day, mate.
Today I drove all around Amish country. So for your listeners, there's a big sect of people in my area that think it's the 1800s, and they run around with beards and horses and things. And
movie Witness, yeah?
You got it.
Yeah, right here, yeah.
So and all the people from New York come down to stare at them. So you normally, us locals, to go nowhere near that part of the county. But today I dove right in, and I hung out with all the people staring at the Amish, and it was awesome.
He actually got some goat poop on him, so that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Saw that.
I got something called chow chow, and it's not a dog.
Nah.
Do you drink beer while you do that, or?
No. But I had some Colorado medication. I don't know if that's legal there in that country, but
You got to love the land of the free. You got to love that. Thank you for that, Pete. Thank you very much. You can see you're having a high of a time. Let's jump across to Larry, and you are my favorite American, Larry. And I'm not ashamed of it.
There you go. As it should be. As it should be.
Larry, tell us how your shoulder operation went. Congratulations on surviving, and how's recovery?
He's still number one.
By the way, they took me out of recovery, and things started going real bad. So they tell me, I didn't notice it. So they decided, since I have a heart problem, they sent me up to an intensive care. So I was in the hospital 3 extra days because my heart was acting up. Several people gave me up for dead 3 times. But I'm here to tell you, it never even got close. But anyway, survived, doing very, very well. Pain is almost painless. Doing well. Thank you for asking.
That's good to hear, Larry.
Yep.
We actually have an award for you today. I didn't consult my other Australians, the other 24 million, but we've decided that you are going to get the Honorary Australian Award of the Year. So you are now an honorary citizen of Australia. So congratulations, Larry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. That means a lot.
And too bad you can't board an airplane with a Pennsylvania driver's license.
Wait, yeah, till 2018.
Okay.
I have a passport. I don't have a problem.
Okay.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you, guys.
No problem. Well, thank you guys for coming on. What I thought we'd do today, and Jason and I were trying to organise a bit of an agenda, but we realised it'd just be a waste of time. So what I've done.
You've heard our podcast before that.
Exactly right. I've listened to your podcast, and what I've done instead is I've organised an agenda, regardless, as you can see. So.
Nice, one-sided. Unilateral.
Very, very good. As you can see, my hand raised. So I thought we'd play a game. I thought we'd play a game called Masonic Hangover. I want you to tell me
That's appropriate to know.
your latest Masonic hangover, the story behind it, how it happened, if it's appropriate, and when your next Masonic hangover is going to be. Let's start with David Illingworth. Go ahead, David.
Thank you, Jack. Masonic hangover. Well, it would have to be the latest Blue Lounge breakup pub crawl. The 12 pubs of Christmas. It was a good evening. You were Donald Trump for a period of time, so I think that was exciting. Everyone enjoyed that.
It was huge. It was huge.
Yep. And I think I woke up a bit sad and sorry for myself the next morning. Unfortunately, drinking a couple of pints in every pub wasn't a great idea. It was on the evening, so that's all that matters.
Good.
One definitely is probably going to be, I don't know, whenever I next see Steve, we always end up having a few drinks then.
That sounds about right. Talking about, there we go. Donald Trump, as you can see, he was there. he was going really, really well. Look, it was huge. It was a huge night. And huge. And I'm going to use the same one. I think that was my latest hangover. In fact, it turned from the 12 pubs of Christmas to the 13th pub of Christmas to who knows what. It was really, It was a good night. So thanks for Jordan Mercer who organised that. And we'll have to get over to, as I was saying before, we should host simultaneous pub crawls, one in Lancaster, one in Victoria, and stream them live. I think that was what we should do.
Yeah, I think that's a go.
Okay.
As you can see, the enthusiasm is high.
Do you understand what a pub crawl is?
Never heard of the thing. What is that?
We call them a bar crawl here.
Yeah, bar crawl. Yeah. So they came up with a theme, 12 pubs at Christmas, because we call a bar a pub. So, yeah, so it was 12 pubs at Christmas. And I was playing a silly game that you guys will not know about called cricket. So I didn't join the boys until I didn't join the
long baseball, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that. We'll have to dedicate a whole other podcast to explain how to play cricket. But I joined the pub boys on pub 6 or 7, I think it was. So they're well and truly on their way to happy times.
Yes, it was.
In a matter of fact, it was about those pubs 7 to 10 that I had to fill Jack's memory in the next day. He didn't remember Donald Trump being there for a period, but I assured him he was there. But it was a great night, as we said. It turned into the 13th pub. We finished up at the Gipp Street Masonic Centre with warm beer and no scotch. So that went down really well.
It was good. At that time of night, it's always good. Well, let's jump across to our friends in Lancaster, who I think are going to put us to shame now. Pete, I know that you've had a Masonic hangover. Tell us all about it.
I mean, hangovers are kind of for rookies, but
my next one's
That's
going
what I
to
can
be
have.
morning.
if you're going to drink all day, you got to start early, so you're on good track for that. It wasn't really. I mean, my last Masonic drinking might have been our last grotto meeting.
Yeah, but that's not really over the top.
No, I guess my
Santa Stumble was
Santa Stumble was my over. So that's where we do our fundraiser for the city mounted police, and I invite 2,000 of my friends. And
he's not kidding.
It's the busiest bar night of the year for like 10 different bars and pubs, and the Irish bar where we start. The owner makes a lot of money that night, so he makes sure my glass is never empty. I made sure. A good thing this year, in the beginning of the night, I started drinking Guinness instead of Jameson because my friend was drinking Jameson this year. His glass of Jameson stayed full, and by 9 o'clock, he was done. He was done puking, passed out. Because I was just on Guinness and it's pretty low alcohol content, I was able to just, stick to it and get through the morning. So.
Nice. It's good on cornflakes, I understand.
It is food.
Yeah,
We put it on White Bix.
wheat the thing.
So tell me, that was your last event, and how much money did you raise for that?
32,000 American dollars, which translates into like 9 Australian.
or a trip around the world,
Australian.
Well, thank you for
Seashells
that.
or whatever you guys use over there.
Yeah, wampum, I think.
Australian dollar. We got like the one thing for the. Anyway, I'm not going to explain it. Let's jump across to Jason. Tell me, Masonic hangover. Give me an idea.
My worst Masonic hangover was the night of my entered apprentice degree, because a good dear friend of mine was my friend and guide, and then he immediately guided me to the bar where the bartender was a brother, and needless to say, I definitely needed well, you guys I think call it catechism, but I definitely needed my Masonic education because I did not remember an absolute thing about my first degree after that evening. And I haven't drank much lately, so I think my next Masonic hangover might be tomorrow morning. But I have to, I have to take note that I saw the pictures of Australian Donald Trump, and I never knew that he was so short.
and round.
And the other part about your Masonic,
Small hands.
yeah, small hands. The other part about your most recent Masonic hangover is you stood somebody up
Ooh.
who was waiting on the internet with bated breath for
It
you.
was so sad.
I would never stand you up. I'm the lucky one in this relationship. Trust me, I'm the lucky one.
We love you, man.
We were standing by, sending messages back and forth, going, I saw pictures of Jack on a pub crawl, so I don't know if we're going to see it tonight.
That was a very fair prediction. See, in the first degree, we're taught temperance, and that was not what we did on the pub crawl.
Well,
but you know,
Well, no, that's not true. We were temperate of sobriety.
Hang on. We're having
Larry's
what's going on?
answering phone calls.
Larry, who's on Facebook? Come on, let's see it. Who's on Facebook?
Larry, what week is it?
I'm trying to get my wife's attention. I just texted her. And I just tried to call her to let her know we need beer. Carol!
We're Larry's house,
yeah,
by the way.
that's it. It's really organized. It's really organized. I love it.
Good stuff.
Yeah, come here.
Here is food.
We need to get beer out of the refrigerator, please.
Really?
Yeah, we'll be able to.
It's okay to come out here and get beer. Yeah, you have to walk through.
Just wave at the computer, Carol.
can just-
Hi, everybody.
You're live on the internet. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
4 people are seeing you right now.
Nice.
A round of applause, I think.
Oh, you got a wolf whistle, Carol. You didn't hear it. You got a wolf whistle out of that. Nice.
Oh,
Touch
God.
yourself.
Poor Carol. Poor Carol. All right, let's go across the.
Hang on, Larry. Are you watching the YouTube cast on your phone?
Whatever.
That's what I did earlier. Just Jack, rein this nightmare in. You're in charge. Rein it in.
You have a
I
gavel.
think this is probably the most success. This is probably the most successful live stream in history. I love it.
The guys on the Masonic Roundtable are dying right now.
I hope they're watching it.
I'm here to tell you.
Showing you guys how it's done.
Oh, jeez. And look, don't watch TMR. Just watch us once a year,
That's all you
and
need.
you've got exactly what you need. Exactly right.
Oh, thank you.
All right, big hand for
Oh,
Carol.
Larry's wife.
Woo! Wave to Carol. Woo!
Okay, and for our listeners, that was beer being delivered to some very thirsty Lancastrians. It's beautiful. Well done. Good work. Let's go across to Jack. Jack, tell us about your Masonic hangover.
Masonic hangover. Well, I mean, Pennsylvania, we don't have bars in our lodges, right? In Pennsylvania, it's actually completely prohibited. So we have to have our Masonic stuff and then leave and go someplace that allows us to actually act like adults. So like I said, my last Masonic hangover is going to be tomorrow morning after I finish all this rum. So I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm glad we're all in the season to be jolly. What about Larry? Larry, are you with us, Larry?
Carol!
Yo, Adrian!
Oh, poor Carol.
We have double-A batteries.
As you can see, Larry is with us.
These
He's with us right
batteries.
now.
He's running low.
We weren't really sure when we were setting this up how a wifely Masonic eye roll would translate on the internet, but it seems to be working pretty good.
I think what's even worse is that we're all in headphones. So that means she can hear us, but has no idea what's going on.
By the way, America's oldest brewery.
Yingling, good stuff.
Ah,
We should
that's
have
gonna
it in
go.
Australia.
That's gonna go really well with his oxycodone.
Oh, yeah.
we just drink Fosters. That's all we drink. So, but-
Larry's having a party all by himself.
Oh wait, look, other Masonic Light. Our brothers on the street just got here.
Oh,
Hey!
hello.
Oh,
How are you, mate?
Merry Christmas!
Larry boy.
So, is this our
Larry
season?
Hudson.
All right, we got the shot in the top of your head. It's awesome.
And we can hear it.
That looks good there. Introduce yourselves.
Yeah, there you go. Where are you at? Larry
I'm
Hudson.
in the bar and down.
You're in a hookah bar. What?
Yeah.
You're in a hookah bar?
Turn it around. Hold on a second.
Love the ceiling.
My wife, my daughter just bought a. What is that?
It's a
Dream catcher.
Catcher. Yeah.
This is very beautiful.
It's on a podcast. And then this is the hookah bar.
Hookah.
What the
Hello.
hell is this?
That's pronounced hookah in Australia.
Oh,
Her name is Luca.
Is this in Lancaster?
Oh.
Luca.
sausage.
Is this in Lancaster?
Sausage.
All right, Larry, you're a horrible director.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
And back to Jack in Australia.
All right, back there.
All right, so that was interesting. Just so our listeners know, we just saw something. I didn't know what it was, but it was wonderful. It was wonderful. Absolutely right. Thank you for coming on the show. We're talking about we're talking about Masonic hangover. Do you have a story that involves Masonic hangovers?
That's for Larry.
That's for
Oh, well,
If
see, I
anyone
can't
who
really
wants to
hear, guys. I should have brought my. I should have brought.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Now, while we're waiting for Larry,
I usually have Masonic.
I think Jack's missed one or something. Hangover.
These two guys, by the way, need a lot of training. Jeez. We weren't even that bad when we
Jack,
first
this is the
started.
worst podcast I've ever been on. What kind of shit show are you running?
I just do what I do. I just do what I
right
do.
there.
It's like herding cats. It really is. Oh, what's this?
Now, in all fairness, Jack Harley told me the last Masonic hangover that he had was after the district deputy comments.
Oh,
So, no, I'm just kidding.
I love our district deputy. He's wonderful.
I'll edit
don't
that
tell
out.
the district deputy. Don't tell the district deputy that.
Great, I love it.
Larry, are you with us? You there, Larry?
Yeah, I'm
Which one?
here. It's hard to hear because I don't have my headphones on.
Gosh darn it, you're supposed to be prepared.
Yeah.
You know, if you drew a mouth on your forehead, we
Oh,
could
my
watch you talk.
You could. You really could.
In the words of Steve, in the words of the crocodile hunter, boy, crikey!
All right. I feel as though we have to move on. I feel as though we have to move
Hang on 1 second there, Jack. You haven't asked me about my Masonic hangover.
What's your Masonic hangover?
You just assumed it was after the 12 pubs of
I
Christmas.
just assume every day is a Masonic hangover.
Well, there is no Masonic hangover because it takes 20 hours for alcohol to dissipate from your system. So I've been drunk for 20 years.
For all our watchers and listeners right now, we do not represent Freemasons.
in Victoria.
We do not. All right,
I just want to know when we got sponsored by Miller Chill.
that's true.
We're making a fortune here.
Charge him back. Charge him.
Jack, how many viewers do we have?
How many beer?
No, viewers. How many viewers?
Oh, viewers, we have at the moment
Two.
a grand total of 2. I think one is Larry.
Oh, that's not me. No.
That's one way to fudge the numbers.
Oh, jeez.
Quick, everyone start watching it on the phones. We can get those numbers up a bit.
So we got RC now. Can you hear us, mate? I don't
We can
think
hear
so.
you.
You can
Our C's laying down, I think. What's that?
Is that
That's
you?
Larry. I think it's
that's
done.
Larry Hudson. He's sideways.
That's a picture of him. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, I thought that was him. Okay, all right. Let's do it. Let's move on to the next topic. What I want us to do now is, because we're all culturally relevant right now, I want you all to take a moment to think. Think really hard about three pros of being an Australian and cons of being an American. All right. So we'll switch it over. But I want you to think of 3 things that you think it must be good to be an Australian over there, and we'll think of 3 things that probably it isn't so great to be an American. Do you get what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. All right, let's do it.
Is it a group thing, or do we have
Let's
like
start-
47 answers?
Let's start with the positive. Let's go straight to Jason. Jason, what do you think the 3 pros of being an Australian are?
3 pros.
Yes.
Nicole Kidman.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm struggling. It certainly is not Foster's.
It's not 24 degrees right now.
Yeah. Well, summer in December, and I had kangaroo once. That was pretty tasty.
You ate kangaroo? Oh, wow.
Are you guys allowed to eat kangaroos over there?
You ate our national animal.
We're the only country in the world that has eats its national emblem.
Just because we can.
Kangaroo and emu.
And David. That's great.
Well, they
It's,
barbecue so nicely. Let's be honest.
all right. So we got 3 pros of being an Aussie. David, give us 3 cons of being an American, besides being American.
All right. Well, we still have Foster's over here, and
But not very much.
not very much. 3 cons of being about. Come on, that's a loaded question. There's tons of cons of being American. Shitty weather, and I don't know. That's all I got. I got 2
That's all
for
you
you.
got. That's all you got. Okay. All right. Let's jump across to David. Tell us what you think the best things about being an American is. 3 things, and 3 cons of being an Australian.
Oh, okay. Well, now it's a tough one. Pros of being an American would have to be the price of beer. It's a lot cheaper there than it is here. We get
A very cogent thought.
Yes.
we get gouged quite badly. I think being a strong military power is good. It definitely helps. And I would say, hold on, weird. I would say it would have to be the amount of Masonic lodges everywhere. I don't think we have enough in Australia.
Total
enough
suck up
members.
answer.
Yeah.
Total suck-up answer.
He brought it back to topic.
He's really good.
Well,
He's good.
That's
I'm
what makes him a good secretary.
I'm
That's
trying
true.
to ingratiate myself to Jack because Jack's going to rule the world eventually. So I think it's going to be nice to him.
God help us all. God help us all. All right, what about three cons of being an Australian? What do you think sucks about being an Australian?
Oh, I got something.
Tell us, Pete. Tell us.
Well, it seems like any single animal or insect can just kill you at any time
That's
in your
true.
country.
Including the human beings. Exactly right. That's true.
Yeah.
But it makes us stronger.
Okay.
Until you're dead.
All right.
Well, three pros or three cons. The weather, because this heat is annoying. I'd rather be in America where it's nice and cold, especially dressed as Santa.
What's wrong with you, boy?
I'm dressed as Santa here. It's hot. Santa likes it cold. Everyone knows this. What are the three cons? I don't know. Every time I've been to America, it's been so lovely.
No.
Look, I feel as though you're sucking up to our Lancaster listeners now.
Yeah, pretty much. We're feeling it.
Yeah, but I'm trying to.
It's good though. It feels good.
Santa loves everybody.
Oh.
Oh, God.
What a cop-out, Santa.
That sounded really creepy. Really creepy. I'll give you... Yep.
Jack, I spy on children. Please. I'm already creepy enough.
God help you. God help you. God help us all. I've got one con of being an Australian. We live so far away from everyone.
Distance.
That's no good. Yeah, that's one con. And one pro of America, they have nuclear weapons. That's just cool.
That's awesome. Come on.
Yeah, but so does India, and they kind of are like backwards. Like half of India is backwards.
Oh.
Jack.
I'm
Jack,
sorry for my Indian friends.
no, Jack, to set the record straight, so do we. We just don't tell everyone. We keep it secret.
Well, I noticed when Pete said that, we lost our one listener. So
He was in Mumbai.
he was in Mumbai. Yes, he was trying to hack us. All right, Steve-O, tell me.
I'm involved, am I?
Steve-O,
Yeah.
tell me. What do you think? What was that laugh? Tell me, Steve-O. Tell me, Steve-O.
Steve's hitting the ball. Do it, baby.
I think that's a bake machine.
Steve, can you pass that?
Dave, pass that over here, Dave.
Oh, geez. Steve-O, tell us, what is the best thing about being an Australian? And what do you think that what do you think the worst thing about being an American is? Let's switch the roles up a little bit.
Well, we better start with the worst thing about being American. It's just Trump. What kind of country puts out a bloke like that in as president?
Their state did it. I blame them. It's
Seriously, I just don't get it. But look, the proof might be in the pudding. He might prove us all wrong, and I hope he does. But no. Actually, on a serious note, the worst thing of probably being American is the perception you guys get from other countries. I'd say. Yeah. I think you get a rough deal on that aspect.
Which the Masonic Lite Podcast does not help at all.
No.
In all fairness, I thought he was going to say no cricket.
No. There's cricket in America. Well, there is actually cricket in America, but yes, there is.
But they're in the bushes and the grass and stuff, and they're chirping.
Yeah, they're chirping.
Look at that. This is what Masonic Lite Podcast hears when we release a new episode.
Yeah.
Chirp.
Cricket's what we first. Yeah, there you go. Chirp.
That's what some people say when you actually watch cricket, because who knows a game that goes for 5 days.
So
actually, the world record in cricket history, just on a quick one, is they used to have timeless tests. They didn't finish. One test match went for 11 days back in the late 1800s. So that was just the English just being stupid, I think. But no, look, that's the hardest thing, I reckon. The roughest thing about America, worst thing about America, is the perception you guys get. I think you get a rough deal there. But the best thing about being Australian, I think, is distance being a problem. But I think it's also a pro. Our distance, our isolation for national security has got to be a great thing. I mean, according to America, the World War didn't start till Pearl Harbor, but I'll tell you what, I was going for 2 or 3 years before that. But if it wasn't for you boys, we'd probably be speaking Japanese now.
That's true. Very, very true.
I understand evolution too, because you're so isolated, you're just evolving a whole new species down there.
Well, we actually are. We're beer drinking, kangaroo eating, emu killing. poison resistant.
And we actually have programs to cull our national emblem. There's too many kangaroos, so we actually have to shoot them because there's too many.
Also, that sounds like what Americans do with each other.
Yeah, that's it, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, it's because you guys eradicated all the natural predators like the Tasmanian tiger, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. That's true.
You guys killed it, so you ruined it.
One of us knows something. Come on.
Yeah, he does something.
Well, it was the tiger's fault. It tasted so nice, so we had to win.
Just before we get off topic, just for a second, I just want to bring up a point about the Australian emblem. The kangaroo and emu, they can't walk backwards, so that's why they're our national emblem. Because as Australians, we're always walking forward.
I think it's because they taste good. That's
exactly
my view. But,
it makes it easier to sneak
never
up
make
on
it to
them
Santa's
too.
stumble and knock us through that.
So, hey, I want to go Jack Harley because, Jack, you're a serious man. You're a very serious man. We're very serious together. That's it. That's the right stance. Tell me, what do you think the best thing about being an American is? And just throw some trash at us because we've been just pulling the piss for the last 10 minutes. So.
Best thing about being an American is we can pretend to have complete freedom. The worst thing about Australia is the great white sharks just eat all your surfers, and that really sucks.
They do.
And I'll tell you, that does.
Yeah,
Didn't he say bang, just belt him in the head? He went away. Bang!
That's it. Like right there.
Australian beaches have the best bikini beaches in the world.
Well, actually,
Period.
George's Fez was there.
It's a freaking island. Of course, they got a lot of beaches.
George's Fez fell in love with a pink ball cap on the beach.
So I do have an Australia question.
Yes, go ahead.
The most famous icon of Australia that us foreigners always see is the Sydney Opera House.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yet I've never heard of a freaking opera coming out of Australia. You think you guys could have one decent freaking opera?
Look, we're from Melbourne. We hate Sydney, so just burn it down. That's in my view. There must be rivalries in the US, like East Coast, West Coast, that sort of thing. But
West Side,
all around the town.
Just Google Dame Melly Melba, boys. Then you'll see your opera.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've never actually seen an opera there. I've never seen an opera there, so I'm with Pete on that one. I reckon we should just burn it down. Just burn it down. Yep.
No, Jack, it's a great building.
Let's go to Larry, if we've got Larry, because you there, Larry?
Yeah, I'm here.
You're there.
Wake up, Larry.
I'm alive.
Hi, Larry. My honorary Australian friend, you've just been made an Australian citizen, so I'm aware of the fact that you have a bit of a conflict now. But tell us, what fascinates you most about Australia, and what do you think you'd miss the most from home if you were to live?
Oh, what fascinates me most about Australia is its beautiful beaches. Seriously, your women down there are fabulous.
Right, we went from beaches to women. Did you see how that works? Damn, it was like that.
The guys down there know how to drink, and that makes it perfect, And I just really kind of love Australia all the way around. You made an art of barbecue, and we're still learning here. Okay, now you asked me about what I would miss the most. Chicken pot pie.
Oh my God!
Chicken pot pie. 90% of the world has no clue what that is or what you're missing.
What are you gonna do with a stone chicken? Chicken pot pie.
It's my 3 favorite things.
Right.
Another thing too, and I'll bring it up.
3 food groups.
I don't think we need to be politically correct anymore.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, let's start now.
We elected someone who isn't going to be. Is the fact that we here in the States, we can carry guns. We can own guns. We can have an arsenal in our house. And here I am, an old guy, and I have a permit to carry.
And he can't use his right arm.
He's a hell of a shot with that shoulder. Don't move. Don't move.
That's a nice thing to have.
Guns. That's good. Guns and beaches. I like it. Let's put them together.
Guns
Beaches and hoes. And our farmers, right? Beaches and hoes. That's where we go.
That was very good, Jack. That was fantastic.
I try.
You did a good job. All right, look, we're not going to detain you for much longer, but I do have another couple of things on our agenda that we have to get through.
I got a game. I have a game too.
Good. All right, Jason, let's get you in there first because I feel as though your game's going to be good. Go ahead.
All right, this is for you guys. So, Slate twist on Masonic Would You Rather. You've heard this. This is going to be 30 seconds, right? So you have to pick which one of these two you would prefer, right? So this is either or. Jack,
Okay.
I need 30, or Jack Harley, 30 seconds on the clock.
Oh, 30 seconds on the clock. Oh, my phone's turned off. Wait.
Got it. I'm counting backwards.
1,001,
from 30 seconds.
1,002, 1,003.
All right, so these are Australian. Now you got to keep in mind that these are Australian traditions that I only learned on the internet. So I hope they're wrong.
Because everything on
And it confuses
Wikipedia.
everybody. Do we have 30 seconds?
We're good, man. Go ahead.
All right, cool. All right, here we go. 30 seconds with brought to light. Plum pudding or fruitcake?
What was it? What you said?
Plum pudding
Slow down.
or fruitcake?
Fruitcake.
Plum pudding.
I'm pudding.
All right.
Fruitcake. You know about fruitcake? Nice.
Reindeers or the white boomers?
The hell is a white boomer? Is that a strip club?
What's a white boomer?
White boomer
Isn't
is
that-
kangaroo.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah, okay. Reindeer.
White boomer.
White boomer.
Yeah. All right. Is it Father Christmas or Santa Claus?
Santa
Santa
Claus.
Claus.
Nice.
Home Alone or the 1998 movie Crackers?
Missed the first one.
Home
Home
Alone.
Alone or Crackers?
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
That's it. You're done.
No,
I think
wait.
we're
Last
with
40
Jack.
seconds. All right.
Christmas bush or Christmas tree?
Christmas tree.
Christmas Eve or Boxing Day?
Boxing Day.
Yeah.
Is it Wiggly Wiggly or Holly Jolly Christmas?
Holly Jolly.
Jolly Christmas. Yeah,
Holly Jolly.
Christmas. Yeah.
Christmas crackers or Christmas cookies?
Cookies.
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 All right, so you guys are American after all. That's
See,
all I
look at
got.
that. It was all 100%. Nice. Well done.
Christmas biscuits, actually.
Biscuits, yeah. Yeah, a bit of biscuits. The Bickies, you know? The Bickies.
Bickies.
The Bickies, yeah. Well, you've already Americanized us. Well done, Jason. That was a really good game. That was really
I
good.
prefer the Amsterdam Bickies, but anyway.
That's a different Bicky. Talk to Pete Ruggieri about that one. He's got it all organised.
It's pulling ahead.
Hi. I mean, ho.
All right, I've got one.
Uh-oh.
I've got one. Before we kill the momentum, I have one more thing I need to run by you. I need you to tell me what happened. We're going to do season happenings. I've called this segment. So we're going to talk about things that we do for Christmas that make no sense, yet we do them anyway. I'm going to start off because I can understand it's a hard one to figure. I'll give you an idea of what we do for Christmas. Every year, my mum wraps the entire house with lights. It makes no sense at all. There's no logical imperative behind it. She just wastes electricity to illuminate the house. I say that is a Christmas happening that is unnecessary. It's a bad habit. Let's go to David. David, what do you do for Christmas that it's just a waste of time? Besides dressing up as Santa. Yeah.
Well, dressing up as Santa is definitely one of them. I would say. Oh man, I reckon I may have to agree with the lights, but I'm gonna go a step further because I think some lights can look good. I reckon it's all of the Christmas decorations. So either the fake Santas, especially in Australia, fake snowmen that we stick up everywhere. It doesn't snow here. It's 30 degrees.
Yes. That's good.
Put a sweaty guy in a small pool. That's Australia right there.
with his beer gut hanging out.
Yeah, has to be bigger. I'm thinking Homer Simpson in his little pool with a beer. That's pretty much Australia.
Yeah, you gotta have a red Speedo.
Yep, Speedo. Absolutely right.
Our last Prime Minister is renowned for wearing these budgie smugglers, as we call them.
Yeah, budgie smugglers. Yeah. Got the budgies. If you don't get the chest hair out at least once a year, you're wasting your time. Steve-O, what do we do for Christmas? What do you do for Christmas that's a waste of time?
Oh, we don't personally do it in my family, but a lot of Australians do it. which I think is an absolute joke. It's 37 frigging degrees. Why the hell are we roasting a turkey?
That's true. That's very, very true. That's true. And
Just stick it outside for 5 minutes and roast
and once again, for our American listeners, 37 degrees is bloody, bloody hot. Okay, it's 2 bloodies on the scale, so that gives you an idea. Let's jump across to Jack Harley. Jack, tell me, what do you do for Christmas as a waste of time?
Oh, what do I do for Christmas? Just a waste of time. I pay the credit card bill after we bought the 700 presents for people that we never see. So yeah, that's probably it.
Sounds right. What about you,
Yep.
Pete? What do you do for Christmas? It's a waste of time.
Church and family.
Oh,
Other
geez.
than that, it's pretty good.
Oh,
Well,
snap.
Jack,
Okay.
apologies to interrupt. Just to translate, 37 degrees is 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, that's bloody hot. Yep, got it.
Okay.
Bloody, bloody hot. Exactly. So, so you're saying that Freemasonry is a pro-family organization? Is that what we're saying?
I mean my
Yes,
personal
absolutely.
family. The Masonic family I really like because I chose them. The family that like is in my blood, I'm stuck with them. So
You don't get to choose them. Yeah, that's fair enough.
yeah, but I my Masonic family, I can choose which ones I hang out with, and I like them.
Jason, you must do stuff that's just a waste of time. Tell me, what happens on Christmas that you just sit there and go, why do we do this? And sort of Christmas habits.
Well, every Christmas we play a game on the Christmas tree that normally I just play with my wife, but at Christmas we play hide the pickle. and we hang then we hang a little tiny pickle.
Unplugging now.
We hang a little tiny
like
pickle,
Secret
a
salami?
little tiny pickle ornament in the tree, and whoever finds the pickle gets the pickle prize.
In Italy, that's called hide the salami. It's a different game altogether.
What was you saying?
My gherkin, my gherkin.
Let me just clarify here.
Hide the pickle. Isn't that where after a little bit you get a little tiny pickle that then grows into a slightly bigger pickle?
Unless you talk nice to it.
Oh, jeez. Thank you for adding the detail
How
there.
to encourage the pickle.
Oh, there's us.
What? Here
Jason,
we are. What's this?
Jason-
Am I looking at cloud?
Yes, you are.
Nice. What is that?
Jason, can you tell me where that game originated from?
I think it's German. I think it sounds German.
So,
Das ist correct.
so you're telling me there's a bunch of Germans hiding pickles right now?
Probably.
That's very
Yeah.
interesting.
That's where they get all the little Germans from.
Well, I always say like losing World War II really messed the Germans, the Japanese up. If you're not sure, check out their pornography. Like World War II really screwed them up. Seriously.
I'll put that on my list of things to do. I really will. I really will. All right. So last but not least at all is Larry. Larry, tell me, you've seen a few Christmases. What do we do?
He saw the first one. He was there.
Well, since you asked the question that way, I will say, as old as I am, not a whole hell of a lot pisses me off about it holidays anymore.
Oh, really?
I think you reach a point when you get old and say, nah, it's okay.
You just take it on the chin. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for playing Christmas Habits, everyone. So these games are working really well, as you can see. All right. Now, from what I understand, we have got 15 minutes to really pick up our audience. We're going to go from 2 to 3 in the next 15 minutes. I promise you.
All right. Let's do it.
Let's do
Let me
it.
log on. Wait.
What I want to do now is I want you to tell me what your Masonic New Year's resolution is going to be. And it can be as serious or as non-serious as you want. I think we start with my good friend, David Illingworth, who, by the way, has just finished his 2nd degree. David is a fellow craft at my lodge. David, tell us, what is your Masonic New Year's resolution?
Oh, it's a tough one. I think it has to be, given the amount that Steve and I did for the Blue Lounge last year, I think it'll be to really get that in full swing. I want ideally to see the Blue Lounge succeed and grow better. And I think with the Masonic Lite Podcast, I think we can get it probably going over there. You can make Larry the supreme ruler over there. I think he'll fit right in.
Yes, he will.
And
No, you're setting up a blue lounge here.
Oh.
yeah,
I thought I was
Yeah,
moving.
You've
Okay.
just been drafted. the Supreme Allied Commander of Blue
Houston, we have a problem. Larry is not landing.
He made it. He made eye contact.
I think definitely it's going to be to pass my 3rd degree with flying colours in April, hopefully.
Attaboy.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Clean underwear. Just clean underwear. That's all you got to know.
Yeah. Clean underwear and bribe the ghost. That's what I got to do.
Exactly. And the Velvet Glove is always handy as well. Let's go to Steve. Tell us what's your Masonic New Year's resolution?
Oh, Masonic New Year's resolution. To keep all the right worshipables, very worshipables, and most worshipables online on the selection of the board panel for Victorian Constitution.
Oh, okay. So just so you guys know, over there in Lancaster, we have a selection panel that we elect that selects the board. Very interesting. And Steve got on the board on that panel, and out of all of the 17 brethren who are right worshipful, very worshipful, he's the only brother. So that's good. It's going to be interesting.
No, it's on a serious note. It's just to have a young guy on the board. They're all over 60.
We call that a token in America.
Yeah, just we want to get a young person in that position to just get our point to make sure that we're heard.
Good. That's a good one. All right, let's go across to Pete. Pete, tell me, what's your Masonic New Year's resolution?
Or as we like to say in Australia, Pointer. How you going, Pointer?
Pointer.
I just got suckered into being the junior deputy grand tall seater this year. So tall seaters is a small appendant body.
Drinking club.
So I'm the number 3 guy. So I'm going to spend some time on that, making that great again. There we go.
I see what you did there. That's good.
I'm also captain of the guard in council, York Rate.
Yep.
So I'm trying to hammer down my 3 lines that I keep forgetting. A bunch of us kind of started this little social club. We call it La Cabra, or the Goat. We're really going to make a push for that in 2017 and try and raise some money and have some more events, because we'd like to have a building by 2018. So that's it.
And
if you'd like to donate a building, that'd be fine.
And just to sort of plug that little club you've got there, I'm going to become an honorary member. I've decided. So I'll send you the check in the mail, and I encourage anyone who wants to support that initiative, just throw your money at Pete. He won't use it for inappropriate purposes, I promise.
Oh, it's going to be spent. Absolutely, will only be spent on liquor, gun, and horse. It'll be spent on beer or rent.
Beer or rent. That's how life should be. That's how life should be.
Just buy more beer.
Yeah. That's the way to go. All right, let's go to Jason. Jason, tell me, what is your Masonic New Year's resolution? I know you've done just listening to your podcast, you guys are pretty busy, but I know you've done so much this year. You've joined nearly everybody under the sun, like me. What's the plan for next year?
Not put a petition in anywhere. No, that's not true.
He just joined Eastern Star.
I just joined Eastern Star, yeah.
Oh, wow.
We have the Hoover family over here, and they roped me into Eastern Star, and believe it or not, it was one of my more favorite degrees that I've seen.
Yeah. He'll be having the surgery next month.
Yeah. So,
my gender is about how you feel, guys.
My Masonic resolution. So I signed on for secretary of my lodge for another year, and when I came on board, I said that I would do it, but I wouldn't do it forever. But I promised that I would begin to train a replacement that would really make a difference. So that's my plan, is to try to find somebody, get them trained. It may take another couple of years, but I want to begin that process. And I'm starting to learn my first and second degree this year. So I want to confer a first and a second, maybe even go for the third. Over here in Pennsylvania, the master does all the talking. So it's quite a bit of memory work. So Jeff Moyer, who was a guest of ours, he's my mentor, and him and I, before Goose and Gridiron every morning this month, and we've been practicing the first degree. So those are my 2 biggies. My third one is, it's very difficult to back out of the commitments that I've made, but the Masonic eye roll is strong at my house with my wife. So I'm somehow going to try to make my personal life Masonic balance a little bit better. So
Good.
So there you go.
Very admirable. Very admirable.
That's how you should.
And to your lovely wife, good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Jack, tell me, you're like you said before, you're the serious guy, so you must have some serious plans. Tell me, what does 2017 have in store for you?
Oh, my year in 2017 is to finish one more year as treasurer in my lodge. See, it's a really bad idea to have someone who is dyslexic as treasurer.
Yeah.
Because
We have a dyslexia now.
so it just really sucks. I hate my job. I hate my job. I hate my job. So I'm going to finish one more year as treasurer, and then I'm going to go become a steward and just go into the basement and serve food. And that's
about Lodge in the Woods.
Beautiful thing. Yeah. All right. Well, Lodge in the Woods. So you guys can come over in September. Come to Lodge in the Woods. We meet in a Boy Scout camp around the fire circle. We have about 300 or 400 people come for a meeting of Master Masons. So we have a big steak dinner beforehand. The Grand Master of Pennsylvania comes and awards all kinds of grand high muckety mucks to stuff. So we're going to have that. And we're also doing a lodge in a cave. We're doing a raising in a cave in our lodge. We have a local tourist attraction that's an underground cavern, and we're going to do a third degree.
We've just had a lodge here in Victoria's recently. Went up to New South Wales and did something similar.
Yeah,
it's a very good idea.
It's very cool. Just liven it up a little bit, you know.
And what I heard from that was that the Grand Lodge of Pennsylvania is going to be paying for us to come to that. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, you can work that out with Grand Master Deeds. He'll be happy to talk to you about that. Yeah.
I got to get my hearing checked. I'm sorry.
And if
we have an in with the Grand Almoner. Perhaps we can use some of those funds.
Yeah, you have to limp though. It'll have to be.
We are working on a Blue Lounge helicopter or plane at the moment.
Yes.
Outstanding.
We hope we get that because Jack's just out so much and I'm visiting. So
you just come in low and strafe the whole thing.
We've written to the Donald. He said he didn't want his $4 billion Air Force One. We've asked for it, and we're waiting for a reply.
That's Donald Trump, not Donald Reynolds, Grand Master Victoria.
Okay, Larry, tell me, Larry, you've had, I have to say, what you and Pete and the guys have done, you have had a traumatic in some respects, fun in other respects year. What's the plan for 2017, Larry? What's the plan?
What's my plan?
Stay above
ground, Larry. What is your plan?
Yeah, good point. Stay above ground, really.
Plan to not die.
I've pretty much been kind of niched into Masonic Lite Podcast, which I love doing. It's never hard to do. I just like it and want to continue with that. Still stay in the area of Masonic education, more so than ever before, but that's pretty much it. You know, I'm old enough and retired, and I kind of want to do those types of things because they make me feel good.
Oh.
And if I may say, you do a brilliant job at them. You do a brilliant job.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, brother. But that's it.
It's phenomenal.
And lose weight, get fit and trim again.
Oh yeah.
And damn it, visit those beaches in Australia.
Oh yeah. Chicks will be all over you.
I'm ready to go.
As long as Carol's all right with it, we'll do it. We'll do it. All right.
She knows his gun's not loaded.
We don't mind the holiday. Is that what you're saying? Oh god, not the Christmas pickle. Okay, so I'm gonna give you my Masonic resolution, New Year's resolution. My Masonic New Year's resolution is to get to MasonicCon in April. I've decided that would be quite possible at this point in my life. So I'd like to say to all you guys, thank you for that hilarious 5 minutes on episode 20 of the Masonic Lite Podcast. I had a few people call me about that and say that was just hilarious. But
What is MasonicCon?
It's Jason, tell us what MasonicCon is.
Pete knows more about it. Let Pete.
Yeah, Grotto. Grotto is the little shit show that's semi-Masonic. There is a new grotto up in New England, and it's called Nava Grotto. And they have Ezekiel Bates Lodge, which is a grand old building. And last year they decided to have a Masonic convention.
Nice.
Yeah, so they had like, you know, vendors, and then they put on some degrees at the same time. It was fun. This year it's going to be a lot bigger. But what's kind of cool is their lodge is old-fashioned, that there's a cigar lounge in the lodge, so you can go and smoke a cigar with the other brothers. You know, I'm planning on
Dave, you're in on that one, right?
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
I mean, I'll definitely be up for Friday and Saturday night, but if you're coming, I can try and maybe get up a night earlier. I do have to say, it's like at the corner of Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Now, in America, every little state is its own little kingdom with different laws. Apparently, the adult entertainment venues in Rhode Island have no rules.
Okay.
So yeah, so I stumbled into one of those last time.
Well,
And you're
I think what we should do is Jack should fly into Baltimore, Philly, and we go get him.
And
He's going to fly into Rhode Island.
I could give him an Uber code.
No, he flies here, and then we all get a van and we ride up together.
I could do that.
Yeah, we do that.
do it. We're going to make it happen, I think.
What time of April is this, guys?
April.
Yeah, ish.
April what?
22nd.
Ish. April the ish.
22nd. Well, he's going to be back the following weekend for my 40th. That's all.
I'll be back. We'll make it happen.
Money, that's
Yeah, that's it.
Maybe we can get him over there for the
Maybe-
40th. That would
Maybe
be
I
really
can
good.
make that my 40th.
Exactly right. That's a good idea. Okay, so that's my Masonic.
That's Australians in.
He's building a wall and making you pay for it.
We're so proud of it. We're so proud of that wall. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge.
Huge.
Huge. Let's. All I need to say is that's one of them. The other one is The other one is to host a Christmas special this time next year that is going to be bigger,
Huge.
greater, and huger. And other than that, continue releasing weekly episodes of the Brought to Light Masonic Podcast. Apologise to my listeners. I didn't release an episode last week, but that's because I was preparing for this one, as you can see.
you were recovering from a hangover. That's what you were doing.
It was all preparation, I promise. But
He told me that you guys couldn't
Research. Research.
He put it back
Jack,
on you.
while we're talking about your weekly, our listeners should know that this is going to begin our holiday break. So we're going to let Larry's shoulder recover, and I don't think that our next episode will be launched until the 16th, I think is what we decided on.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so we won't be back until the 16th after this.
I think you mean episode because I can see you've got plenty of issues.
Yes.
that's
So Jack, you got to carry the torch for a couple weeks.
All right.
Now,
Right there.
That's it. I only got one of my my Masonic resolutions out, but I saved my second one because we have a little tradition that's developed here at the Blue Lounge in Victoria, and it's to make sure everyone knows that Jack is ticklish. And the whole world is going home.
I gotta say, it does not look like you're tickling him.
That's the problem. It never does.
Where's that Christmas pickle?
Yeah, it looks a lot
Full
more
triple zero.
inappropriate from here.
Call 000. Call 000. All right.
Yes, folks, we really do rule the world.
This is Freemasonry. Okay, so I'll just I'll just tell our listeners for the Brought to Light Masonic Podcast what's coming up. We will be having a break at some point. I can't tell you when, but our next episode is actually going to be an interview with the first female CEO of Freemasons Victoria, Jane Sydenham Clark. We had a fantastic interview. It was a wide-ranging discussion, including a discussion about why she is the right person for the job, and in particular, if her gender creates issues in terms of her being able to do her job at all. So we've got a great interview with her coming up. Then after that, we're talking to Supreme Grand Chapter with the Holy Royal Arch Chapter here in Victoria. And a number of other episodes coming out. We'll probably have a break just after the New Year period. So for our listeners, keep listening on the first Saturday of every week, and we'll release our shows about 7:30 p.m. on those nights. So stay tuned and keep listening to the Brought to Light Masonic Podcast. Other than that, guys, I think we've had a reasonably successful Christmas special. Let's go and do some final thoughts, and we'll wrap up. Let's go straight to my good friend Pete.
Australia, I apologize. We're very bad representatives of American Freemasonry. The vast majority of American Freemasons are very serious and boring people. So, that's all I've got.
Geez. That's why we love you, Pete. That's why we love you. Let's go straight to Larry. Larry, final thoughts, my friend.
Final thoughts. It's great being with you guys today. Looking forward to your visit. We're going to make this happen.
Yep.
And I just feel so good having gotten to meet you and work and do things with you. It really, it really makes me feel good.
Look, a squirrel.
Whoa!
Shouldn't we have some banjo music playing right now?
Don't worry, I'm gonna edit it.
Okay, perfect.
Anyway, love you guys. Really, it's been great.
The bromance is strong, Larry, and we love you too, mate. We really do. Keep well. Don't hurt yourself. And, okay, let's go to Jack. Jack, this is the first time I've had a chance to meet you, but I do look forward to doing more of this. Tell us, what is your final thoughts for this episode?
I'm just, I just hang out. They said you should come. You should come and hang out. So I come and hang out.
Jack, do you have the news?
So I had the news, but it looked like we were going to go past the news. So it just,
we can do news. We can do news.
Jack, let's do your news.
All right,
do the news, Jack.
Channeling our best brother Walter Cronkite. Brother I.P. Freely of Greywater Lodge No. 2 in Foulwater, Massachusetts, was suspended indefinitely last week when his job site portable toilet company introduced a new model of porta potty, unfortunately called the Holy Saint John. In a rare joint appearance, both the Grand Master of Masons in Massachusetts and the Archbishop of Foulwater, the two condemned the device, saying, "Wow, really bad taste, bro." Thousands of recently installed worshipful masters admitted, "Yeah, we completely get it." Astronaut and public servant and renowned Freemason illustrious brother John Glenn was laid to rest this month after a long life of service to God, to his nation, and to his family. As the last brother in attendance at the service stepped to the casket and said, "Farewell, my brother," a voice from inside the box was heard to say, "Roger that. Looking good here." Finally, North Pole Lodge No. 1 reports that Worshipful Santa will be visiting lodges around the world this Christmas Eve. When asked how she felt about his arduous travel schedule, Mrs. Claus rolled her eyes in a familiar manner and said, "He told me it would only be one night a week." That's today's Masonic news. So moted was.
This is why we love Jack Harley. This is why we love it. Thank you, Jack. Thank you very much for doing that. I appreciate it.
Everybody.
All right, let's go to final thoughts. Jason, have I given you final thoughts yet?
No, I'll give you my final thoughts.
Jason?
My final thoughts. Well, it was lovely to be with you again, Jack. I appreciate all the camaraderie and fellowship we have on the internet. I'm slightly disappointed to hear that I'm your number 2 friend. I'm appointing myself your number 2 friend, but luckily, not anytime soon. Hopefully another 20 years. Natural attrition will let me elevate to number 1.
I knew it. Larry, don't listen to him. Larry, don't listen to him.
That's why he kept coming to the hospital
And Jason,
to visit me.
Jason, you and I both have chronic illnesses.
Yeah.
If the smart money's on Jack.
This is true. This is true. Pete, unfortunately, Pete's got the cancer. I got the crazy brain disease. It's going to kill us both.
So yeah, the smart money's on Jack. Being
No,
your
Larry's
best
going to
friend.
outlive all of us. That's it.
I think Jason's just jealous he can't find the pickle. That's all. That's one of those ones.
I'm too big, man. My belly flap, it hides the pickle. No, it was a pleasure. I'm glad
It's
we got
called an apron.
Yeah, it's my apron. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm glad we were able to pull it off. It's a pleasure.
Thank you very much, Jason, and thank you for everything you do for not only the friendship and the relationship, but also your podcast. Geez, you guys do such a good job. We love it. We absolutely love it. Thanks for everything you do.
We'll see how long the Grand Lodge keeps me after this one.
That's all right. We can always start Victorian Constitution Lodge over there. You'll be all right.
Maybe the other day at some point. I don't know.
Let's go to Steve Austin for final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Here's to just all bearing their working tool of the trowel and keep spreading the cement of brotherly love around the world.
Yeah, here to that, I suppose.
Cheers.
Yes, insert
With beer.
the beer. Yeah. All right, and thank you for that. That was good, short and sweet. Something I can't do. Let's go straight to David Illingworth. David, tell us your final thoughts, and also Santa's
Yep. Well,
message to the children.
Oh, there'll be a lot of messages to children, except for Jack. He's still on the naughty list.
No.
First of all, Jack, I'd like to thank you for having me on once again, and it's been a pleasure to meet all the great gents from the Masonic Lite Podcast. I listen to you guys quite a bit, and I must admit I laughed my absolute ass off when you spent about 5 to 10 minutes talking about Jack. I thought that was hilarious, and I know Jack did it. But I'd like to wish you all a very safe and happy Christmas and New Year.
Safe.
And I hope you don't get too drunk on New Year's Eve. And if you do, I hope you just keep drinking all year and having a good time.
Absolutely. Fantastic.
Hey, Dave.
Very articulate. Very articulate.
Hey.
Oh, I love that. Well, his head's going to get bigger than what it already is. And let's...
That's gonna pop off.
Final thoughts from me before we wrap up. I just want to say to the Masonic Lite guys, you guys are an inspiration to me. You keep Freemasonry fun. A lot of the things we're trying to do with the Blue Lounge and all the other things we do here is try to make Freemasonry fun again, to use that wonderful phrase that's been thrown around. And really, you guys epitomise that. I listen to your podcast every week. We love it. Australia loves it. And I know that your listenership is just going to get bigger and bigger here. And when it was suggested we do a joint episode, it was a bit of a joke at first, but when it actually came to fruition, I was honoured, really honoured. So thank you, all you guys, for your friendship and for everything you do across the Pacific. And I look forward to definitely doing what I can to get there in April to visit and meet you all in person. And that's going to be quite an experience, I imagine. So thank you very much for coming on today and doing a joint episode, guys.
Thank you.
Right. Cheers.
Thanks, Jack. We love you.
Cheers.
To our
Bigger.
listeners, cheers, Biggie. That's great. And to our listeners, have a very safe Christmas and a very happy Christmas and a safe New Year, because it is important that over the period you do look after yourself. Don't take things for granted. The road toll here in Victoria is lower than what it's been over the last couple of years, but I want you to be safe. I want you to make sure you think about your family and friends, spend time with them, and enjoy the festive season, because unfortunately, as we all know, things get busy and we don't usually get the time to reflect as we do in this period. So to all our listeners, thank you for your loyalty. Thank you for your support. And we look forward to speaking to you next year. All right, everyone. I think we could say Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho!
See you later, guys.
Please.